Before we start this video, YouTube analytics show that 95% of you aren't subscribed, which is incredibly low for any kind of channel. So before we do start, please leave a sub. It helps out a lot, and thank you. Now, moving into the main topic of the video, for those who have been living under a rock for the past couple of weeks, Logan Paul, someone who I've actually kind of been respecting a lot in the past couple of years after the whole Forest incident and whatnot. Recently, he got involved with a crypto scam, and for those of you who don't know, about a couple of years ago, he created an entire program, an entire project called Crypto Zoo, and it's pretty much a game mixed with cryptocurrency and NFTs. Now, back in the day, I would say around 2020, 2021, even like early stages of 2022, a lot of people loved crypto and they actually saw it as like a ways to make money and whatnot. Not many people back in the day realized that these NFTs and these cryptocurrencies don't really hold any value whatsoever. The only way that they hold value is if people say they do. So it's not really liquid money that you're turning in. So every single time that somebody wins, there's always about 10, 20, 30 people who lose. So for that, I mean, it is kind of just a scheme in some sort of way, but that's besides the point. With this whole cryptocurrency thing, I mean, Logan Paul has already done it a ton of times in the past as well. He did have another coin called Dink Doink, which flopped entirely, and then he had his 99 originals, which actually did pretty okay from what I've been told and what I know about that situation. But a lot of people have been looking at Crypto Zoo because that one was not only just a huge flop, but it did also lead to a lot of legal issues as well. You had people spending thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands on this cryptocurrency and on this project, hoping that it would turn out to be something great because they had a lot of trust into Logan Paul. But then when it started hitting the fan and Logan Paul went into a bunch of issues with the people that he hired, he kind of had to bury it under the rug so that people who were not invested with this project wouldn't get mad at him or give him a bunch of heat. But then it completely backfired after CoffeeZilla came out and exposed him completely. He was hoping that this whole situation would just get rolled over. But in the end, CoffeeZilla kind of exposed him for everything and it gained a lot of attraction. So it forced Logan Paul to come out and say all of these things. And for his first two responses, the first one being on his main channel, he made a 7-minute video where he took no responsibility, called CoffeeZilla out for being a bad news reporter and investigator without providing good reasons as to why, and even going as far as threatening CoffeeZilla with a lawsuit. As you could imagine, the first response didn't sit well with his fans as he ignored the main situation at hand, which was the people who got scammed and how he was going to fix that. He later further responded on his podcast where he pretty much said the same thing and didn't address the people who got scammed. After countless amounts of backlash for the first two responses, he came out and deleted both of those videos. Now, the obvious reason as to why he would delete these videos is so that the fans who were not involved with Crypto Zoo wouldn't hate him, and he also hoped that he could save his increasingly positive growth on the platform. I mean, if you look at Logan now compared to back then, he's been improving a lot. Like back then, it was mainly just prank videos being super annoying and obnoxious for the younger audience, and mainly just a lot of vlogs which are okay. But nowadays, he's signing off with the WWE, starting a business with his former rival KSI, and making content more appealing and just down to earth in general with the newer audience, like with this podcast. My question is why you have to sell out even more and nosedive into an area that you yourself have said that you have little to no experience in just to make a bag. Prime is like one of the best selling hydration drinks on the market, making hundreds of millions of sales. It just doesn't make sense to me. A couple of days ago, as of recording this video, he came out and offered his 3-step plan, which was to pay back all current people holding eggs, burning his own tokens to increase the value of current investors, and finishing the game as promised, which on the surface level sounds really good. And while it is, people have noticed a few holes in this solution. First, some other reporters and YouTubers came out and exposed this third response, and then as of today, as of recording this video, CoffeeZilla himself has come out and added his opinion on this 3-step plan. CoffeeZilla pretty much accepted Logan's apology for jumping the gun too soon and thanked him for not pursuing a lawsuit against him, but then pointed out that $7 million was lost from Crypto Zoo holders and that $1.3 million wasn't going to suffice. Not only that, but the $1.3 million was only going towards people who have current eggs. Logan did not mention anything about people who are owners of the actual crypto coin and people who have breeded/hatched their eggs. In fact, Logan came back into the Crypto Zoo Discord after not responding in a year and told people not to invest in Crypto Zoo. And in response to people that have already already sold their tokens, he said, and I quote, that he was not going to be responsible for people's financial decisions, which is a little messed up. As it stands right now, I mean, Logan is starting to make some positive changes on this whole situation, and while his third response doesn't fully solve the problem, it's a step in the right direction, and it's much better than his approach previously, where he just tried to sue CoffeeZilla. Throughout this whole situation, I've heard a lot of people saying that Logan Paul has been purposely scamming his fans, and that he's abusing his massive fame towards the younger audience. I don't think he's trying to purposely scam them. I just think that he's so stupid and delusional that he doesn't know or doesn't mean to be scamming these investors. There was text leaked in CoffeeZilla's 3-part investigation that showed Logan Paul talking to Jake, Jeff, and other people working on this project. They're talking about how much they can sell to not affect the market. I think Logan thought of this as a way to make a quick bag while also helping out some other people, and I do truly think that was his intent. But when you hire a bunch of criminals to get the job done, you can't expect things to end well, and when they didn't, he wasn't ready and did all the wrong moves to help out the victims. He probably never had any intention to help out the people who were scammed, because if he did, he would have been more open about the situation, and he wouldn't have ghosted all those people who were invested for years on end. Now, I do give some blame towards the people who invested, because there have been countless times in the past where other content creators and influencers made NFTs or cryptocurrencies that completely flopped, like FaZe Clan, Mayweather, Lana Rhoades. It's like, fool me once, shame on you, but after seeing all these other people trying to do the same thing, and you keep coming back and hope that out of all the people, Logan Paul is going to be different, you're kind of asking for it. Now, to be fair, these investors were given false promises. They were told that they were going to get a full game and there's going to be a lot of promotion and work behind this project, which just wasn't true. And I do truly hope that the victims do get the help that they need and that they make wiser decisions in the future when it comes to their finances. As for Logan Paul, this situation is once again going to ruin his reputation. Probably not as bad as the Forest incident, but it is going to leave a huge stain on his character. And it does suck because he genuinely was becoming a better person and actively trying to improve his character. And for the most part, he's been successful. But with this situation, it's going to set him back. It's like he's taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back. But at the end of the day, his first priority should be to take care for the victims who fell for his rug pull on CryptoZoo, and then afterwards change for the better. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I know this video was a little bit different from what I usually do, but I did promise myself that I would try to do other types of content, and I did have a lot of fun making this video. So if you want to see me do more of these types of videos, leave a like, subscribe, do all that. And yeah, I got nothing much else to say, so peace.